Hello and welcome back to another TFT video. I've got a really exciting one here today for you guys. I'm actually doing a build I don't think I've literally ever done before, and I'm not even trying to clickbait or anything. I just literally never think I've ever gotten the 6 Ranger buff before. And as you can see in this video, it is actually really strong. I don't know how it was so strong. I mean, I had Kindred there with a lot of items, that's obviously really good, but it was just so good, and I was so surprised. We even beat a 7 Shadow with the Shadow Lux build with six Rangers. It was insane, and I was only level 8. It was crazy. I wasn't even winning the whole game. It was, I don't know, super crazy gameplay here. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more. I'm gonna be releasing my Road to Diamond first episode very soon. So stay in touch, stay in tune for that. And without further ado, let's just hop into the video. Thank you, past me, for the wonderful intro. Yes, I was full of excitement when I recorded that intro, and I'm still very excited for this gameplay. When I was editing, I just finished editing it. I actually realized that there was a whole minute and a half where I hadn't clicked on the screen at all because I was out of my chair dancing because I was so excited after I won. It was pretty fun. I don't know. I had a good time. So starting off, we actually get a tier on the Malzahar, which is actually really good. And then the very first item we get is another tier. So I'm already like, all right, I'm going Kindred, I'm going Ezreal, I'm going one of those units, no doubt about it. Here in the early rounds, I do end up getting a lot of gold and some units, and I realized right here that I can actually make 20 econ, and I probably wasn't going to win with any of the units I had right there, so I decided I'm going to hardcore tank, and actually my ideal was to go for a tier on the carousel. So that's what I wanted to get. We do pick up Kindred right away, and we make the Seraphs immediately on to the Kindred. We have our Inferno buff, but we're still really, really weak. All we're trying to do at this point is just econ as much as possible. So here, the very beginning of this gameplay is actually rather boring. As you can see, I have 4 1-star units in, and they're just all really bad. But I'm already at 30 econ, and this guy that I'm playing against right here, he actually noticed that and was like, "Wow, you have 30." And I said, "What?" But anyways, so early rounds, we're just losing. Doesn't matter. We're looking for a tier. There's no tier, but there was a Rod Kindred, which is awesome. So now we have 2 Kindreds already, one with a Seraphs, which is awesome, and one with a Rod, which is a very good item for Kindred, because it's what I'm going to be building anyways. So, the worst lineup you'll ever see, 4 1-star units on round 2-5. Not very good. Already down to 75 health, but we are up to 40 gold, so that's not bad. And we do hit 50 gold here, the round before the Krugs, which I think is exceptional. I would definitely take 25 health for 50 gold by round 2-6. That's super awesome. We're still losing very heavily, even to some of the other lowest players, but now is when we really start rolling here. So I level up, and I still have 50 gold, which is pretty great. I put in the steel buff just to help take care of these Krugs. I actually got a little nervous that we were going to lose, and I picked up a rod, and before it even made it all the way to my bench, I put it onto the Kindred and made Rabadons. So that was pretty cool. Finally made my first 2-star unit, which was the Diana. And here I'm picking up just whatever I can off the bench, putting in some Wardens for some more frontline. And here you can see we're even just losing to the third to last place guy. Or actually, do we lose this? Yeah, we lose this. But we are getting stronger, as you can see. That was closer than some of my other rounds. On the bench, we're still not exactly sure where we're going. We have Infernos, we have some potential Shadows, we have our Ezreal now. We're really close to 2-star Ezreal, really close to 2-star Kindred. We really want to hit that 2-star Kindred. That's super key. We do pick up the Ashe, because that was a very early Ashe, and now we do have 4 Rangers on the Varus is in right now instead of the Ezreal. And I think we just barely end up losing this one. Yeah, so we're getting stronger, but we do keep our loss streak, which is actually pretty good for only losing 5 health or whatever that round, so that was pretty cool. Here we're considering going Infernos, so I do buy the Annie, upgrade the Zyra. I'm rolling down a little bit, trying to spend more of my gold so I can stop losing so much, and I am looking for the Kindred upgrade. I do get 2 Scions and Malzahar and Senna. Do sell the Malzahar because I'm realizing I'm not going to go 6 Shadow. It's just not what I want to do. Here we're looking for a tier. I was going to pick the Scion, but then big brain moment. I was like, hold on, that's gonna combine our Scion, so we don't want to do that. Although in the end, actually, I do put the tier on Scion, so I could have just done it. But anyways, I didn't know that when I was getting it. So I do get the Azir, get the 2-star Varus, another Senna. Just trying to pick up shadows, really, because once our Kindred gets upgraded, we want to get Shadow buff because she's just going to be so powerful. We have a whole Rabadons on our bench right now, just not being used. I'm thinking about buying the Braum. Do I buy the Braum? I don't think I buy the Braum. Do I buy the Braum? No. Oh well. But I do have Braum on the bench, which I guess I just sell. Alright, I got the Inferno buff, Shadow buff, so we're already looking pretty strong right now for how low our units are right now. We're only level 6, but we are very powerful. Tibbers with the cleanup here, just batting everyone down. Lots of light players this game, actually. Lots of ranger players this game, which is funny because I went 6 rangers, which is weird because of how many people were taking all the rangers. Wolves, here we're looking for another tier. We're looking for rods, we're looking for bows. We actually end up getting a sword and a bow, which is pretty good for rangers, but at this point I thought I was going shadows or infernos, so I wasn't exactly thrilled about that. But here I pick up the 2-star Ash before I even get the 2-star Kindred, although I do get the 2-star Kindred, and I do put in 4 rangers, which ends up being very powerful. And we do end up winning, I think, our very first round of the game. Or did I win one earlier? I don't actually remember. More Ezreals. We've already got 5 Ezreals this game. We have all 2 cost units, which is pretty awesome. I'm trying to figure out how to put my Senna so that the Senna buff can get onto all my Rangers, because Senna does synergize with Rangers very well. But I settled just for my carries. And we don't have any frontline, but we just do so much damage so quickly that it doesn't even really matter that we don't have a frontline. Here's a Vayne, which would be the 6th Ranger, which I think I do end up picking up, potentially. Do I pick it up? Actually, I'm not exactly sure. Up against Shadow Guy, do end up taking him out, and I don't think I go for the Vayne. Here I'm looking for the tier. I really want that tier Ezreal. That would have been a perfect item to get, but unfortunately we don't pick that up. So we just go for the Rod, which is great for us. We'll take that any day. So now we can make Ginsu's, we can make Deathblade for the Twitch. We do end up leveling up, putting in the Annie for Inferno buff. Annie's a pretty good solo unit. She can get her ult off. Tibbers is really good. I know I'm probably not going to use Annie in my final build, so I do just put the Rod onto her just to make her do a little bit more damage. But she doesn't even get Tibbers off, and we lose to this rapid fire cannon Master Yi, who actually ends up being very powerful later in the game. Now we're looking for more frontline. Another Twitch there, rolling down, and then we finally pick up the Braum. I decided that the Annie didn't even get her ult off last time. She's kind of useless. Let's just get more frontline. Although the Braum really didn't do anything because he got Zephyr. Didn't matter though. We ended up winning that one pretty easily. Look at this Vayne pop off. I like that. That was fun. Here we are at the creep round, and I actually think I slow this down for a little bit because this is really funny to me. So in the creep round, we're looking for, again, a tier. We just want to get double Seraphs onto the Kindred if we can, but if we can't get that, then we're looking for really more bows, but unfortunately that's not what we get. And I told myself right before then, I'm going to go 6 Rangers if I get 2-star Twitch and 2-star Vayne. And lo and behold, the very next roll, I get 2-star Twitch and 2-star Vayne in the exact same roll. So I end up putting all my items on my units, and now I've officially hit 6 Rangers. And you can see the power here first of our Rangers just popping off. We do so much damage so quickly. Our Twitch is pumping out damage. Our Kindred's pumping out damage. Even like our Ashe with 0 items is pumping out damage. Ezreal, Varus, Vayne, I'm sure they're doing something, but I'm not really paying attention to them. And now at this point, I'm just going to try and wait until I have enough gold to level up, is what I'm thinking at this point. Because I want to try and get a Taric in here, because we just need more frontline, and Taric is just a huge frontline, especially against big damage. Here, I actually thought we were going to lose to 6 Assassins, because, you know, we have 6 Rangers in, but we still beat them, which is, I think, just shows how bad 6 Assassins is. Here were 2 more people going Rangers, and we're still picking up so many Rangers, although no one is 3-star, and our Ezreal's the only one that's anywhere close. 2 Shadow players. This guy hit the Shadow Lux. He has 7 Shadows now. He's super powerful, as I'm sure you'll see right here. Sion gets off a huge ult, but his mastery just pops off. He's tier 2. He has just so much damage. Ranger Ashe winning that one for him. Here we're going to look to grab the Zeke's Herald, because with the Ranger buff, it actually makes Zeke's Herald more effective. And since we have so many people benefiting, so many champions benefiting off of the Zeke's Herald, we actually decide to get that instead of a different item, although there weren't many good items to put there. Do put it on the Ashe because I want her to have more health when we get the crystal buff so that she can be just that much more tanky. I'm looking to level up to put in at least the Braum, if not the Taric, because I just want frontline. Another Shadow player, our Twitch is able to pop off and really do most of the damage here, although our Kindred is still doing significant amount of damage. We're already up to 50 gold here after this round is over. And we're looking to wait. We're going to make it through this round because I know I'm not going to die on this round. And if I do get really low, I'm just going to level up, put in the Braum. Or if I don't lose, then I just have that much more gold and I can do whatever I want with that. I can level up, I can roll down for tier 3 units, anything that I want. Here up against the light player, going to slow it down a little bit, and you can just watch Twitch just pop off here. Twitch is really good against light because of like Yorick, and this Zed actually is helping our Twitch do tons of damage. He does 12,000 damage, but that's really just because he got to stack his Death Blade and because they spawn so many extra units, but still looks really cool. We hit the Taric, which is phenomenal. We also hit the Dragon's Claw, which is pretty good. We like that. And so I'm thinking probably just going to level up here and put in the Taric. But then I kind of thought, well, our Twitch is doing most of the damage. It's really not our Shadow Kindred, so I'm going to take out the Shadow buff because our Sion's not really doing that much, although he does have CC. But we need more frontline. So I do end up selling our Sion and our Senna and putting the items onto Taric. And as you can see, he's just tanking so much damage. And it also makes Ashe very tanky, although we still lose, but that fight was significantly closer than any of the fights we've had against him previously, where he was just demolishing us. But that one was actually really close. Now we're just going to roll down instead of leveling up, and we're picking up lots of Kindreds, since the other Ranger guys are all dead. Pick up another Taric, and another Mumu, so we sell the Malphites, because we're not going to put those in our front line, and we're going to keep rolling, looking for our pairs. Twitch, once again, carrying us, is able to kill everybody, including the Kindred, who has GA and thus kills us, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. 3 people left. I was a little bit nervous at this point. I'm like, oh, I really want to get first. It's just so close at this point. I got to get my upgrades. So I do hit the Amumu, and I just hit the Taric just in time, right before I run out of gold, which is awesome. Also now we're 2 Ezreals away and 2 Kindreds away from both of those getting tier 3, but obviously we'd rather have tier 3 Kindred. Taric's ult is massive. It hits our Rangers in the back line, so powerful, and our Twitch is able to clean up and with our Kindred as well, and we actually beat the #1 guy, although we were against his Ghost. Here, the best item for us is going to be Rageblade for our Twitch, and now we're going to roll down looking for Kindreds and Ezreals. Unfortunately, we don't hit either of those at all when we were rolling down, so that's unfortunate. But we're looking really good right now, especially with our Taric, Amumu, is getting off his ult now because he's level 2. So he's very powerful as well. And he just can't handle us. Takes 20 damage that round. Not even close. Feeling really good about this. Just need to hit our tier 3 Kindred now. There's a Kindred. And I do the math, there's exactly enough for one roll. And we hit the Kindred with one roll. We hit the tier 3 Kindred, which is so good. Now I'm feeling so confident that we're going to win. And this is what made me so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, we hit the tier 3 Kindred. We hit the tier 2 Taric. We hit the tier 2 Amumu. 6 Rangers just popping off against one of the best builds one of the best late game builds in the game. Shadows. 6 Shadows. And we're just popping off here. Kindred one-shots everyone as well. And Twitch and all the other Rangers are just able to clean up. Kindred actually carrying us that round. Super awesome, super fun game. I was so excited. This is where I got up out of my chair and started dancing, and I didn't click a single button for like the next minute and a half. So I'm just going to cut it off here. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.